Hi Udesh, thank you for having me with you today. I'm glad to know something about your valuable input. So I would like to congratulate you on your outstanding achievement. So recently you have completed 11 Google Cloud certification and also you are going to join a new opportunity with a new role. So all the best for your new journey. Today I am happy to connect with you to discuss a couple of things. So our viewer frequently asking how we can prepare for certification and how to build our career in Google Cloud and how to get Google Cloud specific rule job. So all the point we'll be discussing today. So could you please share with us something little bit your strategy, how students and professional can prepare for certification and how they will get into Google Cloud job. Over to you, this.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you, Vishal. Thank you so much for inviting. It's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we can get something out for the audience. So for the certifications, one of the main things which I think of is I don't see certifications as something that you can, uh, you know, like keep it for a job. It's more like a validation where you're kind of validating that you know this, and you're also trying to let others know that you already know this. So certifications, in a sense, is more like it's an established organization tells others that you know something. So if I know Google Cloud, if I tell them, most people are not going to believe it unless I show something. And that something is what is provided by Google Cloud as a certificate. So when I show them that it's issued by Google Cloud, which means Google Cloud is actually saying that I know about Google. So people tend to believe more about it. So I think in that way, certification has a huge advantage because it's published or provided by a registered, established organization or an entity about some skills or knowledge that we already have or things that we are building on. So in that way, we'll be able to showcase our skills. And again, that's kind of biased. It's not purely showcasing our hands-on skills. It's showcasing about our technical knowledge, as in theory. So some might be practical, but at least most of the part it is theory. So how do we choose the appropriate load balancer for a particular use case? As for example. So when we are able to figure out, what do we think of first? We are thinking about the hypothetical situations, and we are trying to think about, we are trying to break down that specific use case into its components, and then we are choosing the solution. So at that point of time, it's more of theoretical knowledge which is working, and implementing that is where the hands-on knowledge comes. So this choosing the product is more about theory, and that is where certifications help in making decisions. So having those knowledge will really help us make those decisions. So in that terms, if we just rely on certifications, it's not going to help because people want somebody who can implement these. So when they want somebody who can implement these, hands-on knowledge are the most important. So certifications are not the end goal. It should be something which you have to keep close to you so that others will recognize that you know this and you can make a decision. So that's the main importance of having a certification. So when it comes to Google Cloud, it has a variety of certifications, as you all know. It's like 11 certifications at this moment, and each of those has its own speciality. So it's differentiated across categories and on levels of difficulties. So starting with Cloud Digital Leader, which is the easiest of all, and it is directed for someone who is absolutely new to Google. If they want to have the bare minimum or the basic foundation of Google Cloud and what services Google Cloud has to offer, Cloud Digital Leader is the right. And then we can move into associate, when we have some more hands-on knowledge on that, and then we move to a professional level certifications where we have that professional knowledge of all those things happening in the industry. So different types, and each of those has its own importance. Each of the certification has its own importance, and each of those certifications are directed specifically towards certain audience. I mean, you can't, let's say a technical account manager or a salesperson will not be able to pass a professional DevOps engineer certification, and that is totally irrelevant for them. And because their main, I would say, task or their main goal is to showcase the business value. And you don't need a professional DevOps engineer certification to showcase the business value. That's meant for somebody who is more into the implementation stuff. So there are different kinds of audience and different types of certifications, and each of those, identifying each of those is really important. And using that, now we'll be able to showcase what we have, and that will bring us more opportunities. When we are looking out for something, if you're already certified, it's like having it's like when you're driving a car, it's like having a driving license. Because people give cars to only those who have license, and you don't, you can't totally believe somebody who's not having a license, but you can absolutely believe somebody who is already having a license, whether they are, having a, whether they are a good driver or a bad driver. If they have a license, that's kind of a trust. So certifications brings more opportunities, and in terms of Google Cloud, yes, the talent is very niche, and also the market is, highly in demand of people who knows Google Cloud. So certifications are definitely very advantageous in that way.
Okay, all right. So I think the correctly you said, like we need the authentication and identity to start our career. So, for example, those who are working in on premises and those who are don't have any new technology like cloud. So, how you will suggest for them how they will start their journey or to enter into the new technology like cloud?
So one of the things which I recommend everyone is that, find similarities in what you're doing, because that's the easiest way somebody can learn something. Because when you start learning something from scratch, you're going to take a lot of time to master it. But at the same time, if you already know something about it, at, let's say, any different perspective, say somebody is coming from a hardcore networking background. Let's say they were working on data centers, they were pushing those cables and they were connecting those cables and, designing those wireframes and all those stuff. They can start with, networking side of the cloud. Because cloud is not just about virtualization. Networking is also a big stuff. Storage is also a big thing, and then computing is of course. So anybody who's having that set of knowledge which overlaps with the cloud domain, you can start from there, because that's the easiest point and that's the main entry point for it. Because anything else you start with, it will be very difficult to follow up. Because if you are somebody who is from the same networking background and you're starting to learn virtualization, it's going to be a bit tough comparatively. But when you start with, what is a VPC, what is a VPN, because you already know these things and you already have the basics, it will be easy for you to learn. So let's say, segregating the CIDR ranges or identifying, what are the ranges for the subnets. You already know because you have already been working on the networks. And then slowly you can move into, computing or storage or analysis, whatever. So identifying which is the right one is the first step. And then if you're absolutely new, to cloud, say you are coming from a different background entirely, let's say commerce, because I am mentoring a lot of people who are from a commerce background, from a finance background, and they want to move into cloud. So what can they do? They can start with the business propositions. They can't directly enter into the tech field. They have, because finance is something which is more closely aligned with business. So what they can do is they can find their entry point in the business side of things, and then they can build their expertise there. Because It's not about purely transitioning from what they know to something what they don't know. That transition is always hard. Nobody can, I mean, I don't think anybody has done that. So they have to find something where they can switch to as a temporary stop. So finance is all about business.
Yeah.
And if they are able to make some sales, that's also business. And when you are making cloud sales, that's you are making business to the entire organization, which means you already know something about cloud and you are using your existing skills. Using your existing skills are very important combined with what you want to learn.
Correct.
Because if it is useless, what's
Correct.
the point?
Correct.
Doing all this?
Exactly. So, people are also wanted to know. Suppose people are working in any professional or any as you suggested, people are working in network field, so they should enter into the network cloud profile as well. People are working in a database, they are they also can enter into the database engineer in cloud. So good point you just point out here. So then people can able to decide as for which path would be better for them as a cloud specific rule for the specialization. But someone who don't know about the cloud and all, which cloud should I start? In that point of view, what would be your suggestion? If I am people are new to cloud, then which cloud would be better for them? How they will choose?
So I think that's a really good question because everybody who's learning cloud or who wants to start a cloud or whoever has started their cloud journey has always been at this point and they were stuck at that point of time. If you ask anyone, I mean, including you,
Correct.
anyone who started to learn cloud,
Correct.
the first question that was in their mind and would be, which cloud should I pick? And I'm sure that even you would have spent more than a week to decide which one it is. So it takes time. And I think to choose it effectively, what you can do is do a research. Plain and simple. Don't ask anybody which cloud you should learn. Don't ask me what you learn. If you want to learn a cloud, do a research on that and answer yourself why you want to learn that. Because if you are looking for something temporary, then you can ask for advice. Say, maybe I'm a Google Cloud guy, right? So I would prefer Google for anybody. But they might not be, finding their success by learning that. Somebody might be interested in other clouds because it will be much more easier to learn. For example, let's say AWS is one of the most expanded available resource for learning. So in those terms, many people know AWS. So it is easy to learn from those people. For somebody who wants to learn very quickly at the very easiest level, the more number of resources are available for AWS. But at the same time, the number of people who know GCP is very less. So if they want to outperform others and if they want to shine, they can start choosing GCP. Or if they are specifically focusing on big, customers, specifically running on some heavy workloads, probably they can, use Azure. And learning each of those is a different path. So we came to a common question which cloud to pick. And from there, choosing each cloud is a different path. It's a totally different journey. So it's like you are in front of three ways. You're in a junction and you have three roads in front of you, and you want to choose one. You can't choose everything.
Correct.
You
Correct.
can go to some place, become a master, come back. But if you're trying to go through it all together, it's going to mess up. Definitely, it's going to mess up at some point, and that will happen very soon.
Correct. Absolutely correct, Udesh. Like whatever you point, highlighted in this. I mean, this is a very top question for now. Which cloud I should choose and which area I should start my cloud journey. So this is a very technical top things like how to choose my cloud career and all. But I would add on in this particular point. For example, I am a professional guy, and my business they wanted to move to Azure cloud because of Microsoft things are there. So that's why they suggested to move to Azure. So then you start learning Azure. If your business is want to move to AWS, then you start learning AWS. If your existing workload move to Google cloud, then you start Google cloud learning. That would be the best. You can choose the your cloud career path. Otherwise, like those who are not professional, right, those are students and all, as you good point you mentioned that you just analyze the three cloud. Based on that, which cloud would be better for you, based on that you can pick it up. That is for students or those who are very new to cloud. So good point, like you also talked about the various area which things we need to focus on, how to start, how to analyze the thing, then how we can pick, because it's a kind of messy things. If you do a lot of thing in one go, that would not be helpful for you to start your cloud career. So today what we discuss, like I today what I discuss with you, like how the certification path will choose, how to prepare for certification, why certification is needed for the entry point. So all these technical point we discuss with you this. So I hope those who are watching this YouTube channel, so it would be helpful for them to start their certification preparation or start the cloud career path, and which cloud would be better for them. I hope this I mean this interaction would be very helpful those who are looking for this kind of solution. As you know, people are always frequently asking us to how to choose cloud career, how to start our certification path, how to choose and where we to start, and which cloud would be better. So lots of question we are getting nowadays. So that's why I mean this video will be helpful for them, those who are looking for this kind of solution. So Udesh, I thank you so much for joining with me. Thank you for having with me today and giving us lots of insightful technical tricks and tips to start your cloud career, to start your certification preparation journey, how to choose the cloud career path as a professional or as a student. So I hope it would be helpful. So thank you for everyone to watching our insightful discussion with Udesh. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's it, Udesh. Do you have any other point to add on in this discussion, Udesh?
I think, thank you so much, Vishwa, for inviting me. I hope the audience would have found this helpful. And in case if you have any questions, usually do reach out to me on LinkedIn or visit my channel, The Cloud Pilot, for more videos on Google Cloud as well as podcast for choosing which career you want to switch on. And thank you so much once again for hosting me. And yeah, all the best.
Thank you.
Career-wise.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day and good luck for your new role, Adesh. And congratulations, you have completed all Google Cloud certification. So once again, I congratulate and good luck for your new journey, and hope you all the best for your new career. Thank you. Bye bye.